RCS is very important to communication providers. It allows communication providers to have a guaranteed revenue stream. Today they have that with application to person SMS, but with RCS it expands a much higher engagement rate. They anticipate as much as 10 to 20 times more engagement with the brands than traditional A2P. So there's a lot of promise with the operators to bring in a lot more revenue with RCS. You get the ubiquity of SMS and MMS with a richer user experience that over-the-top applications provide. So it doesn't matter what phone type or country you live in, as long as you have a phone number, you can have that same richer experience. RCS is not new. It's been around for almost a decade, if you can believe it. Partly why it didn't take off, which has really changed, is the support, native support in the clients. We've seen Android and Samsung enable RCS natively on the devices. That was huge. We needed that. Now what we're starting to see are entire countries coming together to provide a ubiquitous RCS experience for the operators and for the brands to service those operator subscribers. We're seeing those pockets all over the world now, and that's really exciting because unlike in the past where you would only see one or two remote countries in the world that were waving the flag for RCS, we're seeing it across the globe now. Some of the big RCS applications are going to be within businesses, and I'm very excited when I see what's going on with the rich engagement with brands. So brands are faced with an enormous challenge of having to maintain their apps, an iOS app, an Android app. Do their subscribers or customers download these apps? Will they reach app fatigue and delete these apps? With RCS, it all becomes native in the messaging experience. So now all they have to do is know the phone number and deliver the content. And the content is what's really exciting about RCS because now you can have, you can select your seat on an airline. You can flip through a menu at a restaurant. It's very interactive. And it allows the subscribers to have that same level of excitement with the brand or the business as the business has with the subscriber. So it's very mutually beneficial, and that's what's generating an enormous amount of activity right now and an excitement with RCS. RCS is not trivial. There are a lot of moving components, and Cineverse is uniquely positioned to provide all the elements, not just the messaging. When people think of RCS, they think it's primarily messaging. But you need to have a network to communicate down to the service providers. You need to have a network to communicate to the brands or the businesses. You need to have financial clearing to be able to clear the money that is exchanged between the businesses and the operators. This is something that we've been doing for decades now. We're extremely experienced in this space. So what we're doing now is we're combining the new technology of RCS with legacy fallback to SMS and MMS, which is going to be extremely important for the next 5 to 10 years. Until RCS becomes truly ubiquitous, you're always going to have to fall back to SMS and MMS, and that's something that we've been doing for a long time. So the combination of all of our assets has uniquely positioned Cineverse to play very well in this space.